What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're previewing 81 Speedway with Kubota High-Limit Racing. The next race on the schedule will be race number 11 of the full 59 race schedule and race number 3 of the midweek money series. 81 Speedway on Wednesday, May 1st. So 2 days from now when this is being recorded. Today is Monday, April 29th. The race is in Wichita, Kansas, and we're racing on a 3/8 mile oval. So weather going into the week does not look too good as far as rain chances, but it does look like those chances are going down. The weather heading in a high of 82 degrees on Wednesday night and a low of 66. It's going to be partly cloudy conditions for most of the day and the night and a 55% chance of precipitation. But I think I just checked a few minutes ago and it actually has gone down to like 45, 40. So it looks like it is going on the downhill. Also, winds up to 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout the day. And I have heard that Thursday is a potential rain date. That is not a 100% fact, but it does look like the rain chances on Thursday are actually worse than Wednesday. So potential rain date on Thursday, but it looks like all signs are pointing towards we're going to be all right for Wednesday action with High-Limit Racing. The race would be $20,000 to win and $1,500 to start. As we mentioned, this is the third race of the Midweek Money Series, and both of those races so far have been won by Corey Day. The estimated car count heading in is somewhere between 32 and 36. There's been a lot of cancellations here over the last weekend, and some guys are trying to figure out their schedules and things like that. I'm sure we'll get a couple of guys that are making last-minute decisions to go to 81. We'll talk about some of the guys that we do know are going to be going to 81 Speedway here in just a moment. But I'm looking at somewhere between 32 and 36. That's about as many as the Outlaws had earlier this year, and I think we get a couple more as well. The most recent 410 winners at 81 Speedway, well, one of them is Rico Abreu. He's won the last 2 World of Outlaws features there in 2023 and in 2024. Earlier this year on March 30th, Rico Abreu went to victory lane. And then Kyle Larson, the other 410 winner, that was with the All-Star Circuit of Champions in 2020. Larson mentioned it during his interview on the High Limit Room podcast. He's looking forward to getting back to that place. It did take rubber that night, but the last 2 times with the Outlaws have been actually really, really good racing. So I don't think we'll see that happen at 81 on Wednesday afternoon. So let's look at the Midweek Money Series point standing. So going in, as we mentioned, Corey Day's won both of the races so far. Tyler Courtney comes in second in points. He's minus 14 behind Corey Day. Brent Marks is minus 29 back in third. Brad Sweet minus 32 in fourth. And Tanner Thorson coming off that second place finish at Riverside International Speedway. He comes in 5th place in Midweek Money Series points, minus 37. So good to see that for Tanner Thorson. But the issue with that is right below that. We look at which high rollers, which full-time drivers are making their 81 Speedway debut on Wednesday night. Well, 2 of them we just talked about, Corey Day and Tanner Thorson. 1st and 5th in Midweek Money Series points. If they want to maintain those positions, they're going to have to figure out 81 Speedway very quickly. And for Corey Day, I feel like that's not going to be an issue. Every track we've been to so far this year, he has never been to before, and he's already got 3 wins. Tanner Thorson, on the other hand, this track, it's a 3/8, but it's a bigger 3/8, and that's kind of been where things have been struggling for the Rod Gross Motorsports number 88 for Tanner Thorson. And so we'll see if those guys can figure it out quickly. Thorson, when it comes to small tracks, I feel like he's definitely been a factor for top 10s and podiums this year, but the big tracks are certainly where this team has struggled. We'll see if they can figure it out at 81 on Wednesday night. The track record going in was set just a few weeks ago. Carson Macedo, new track record holder, set on March 30th of 2024. It's a 13.023. What's crazy, though, is that track record before that was 20 years old, and that was set by Travis Whitney back in like 2004. So Carson Macedo breaking a 20-year-old track record with the Outlaws earlier this year. So leads me to believe that maybe if the conditions are right, maybe we could get down close to that time once again and break another track record with Kubota High-Limit Racing. So going into this weekend, if you look at all the 3/8 miles that we've ran so far this year, there have been 2 of them at Southern Oklahoma Speedway and at Salina High Bank Speedway. Which drivers have finished on the podium so far at 3/8 miles? Well, Brad Sweet, he has 2 victories on those 2 tracks. And then other guys on the podium, Tyler Courtney, Spencer Baston, Brent Marks, and Rico Abreu. So those are some of the guys to maybe watch for going into this race at that 3/8 mile racetrack. Those drivers right there have had the most success so far this year with Kubota High-Limit Racing. Now let's look at the non-high rollers, or our not full-time drivers that we are expecting to see at 81 Speedway on Wednesday night. We'll start off with our full-time midweek money series contenders, that being Cap Henry, Kevin Newton, Kyle Larson, and Cole Macedo. Now, if you see right here next to Larson, HRP, yes, he will be the DJ of the night on Flow Racing. The music that you will hear during the race program will be right from Kyle Larson's High Roller playlist. And I'll tell you right now, there are some good tunes and some interesting tunes that you'll be listening to on Wednesday night. Also going to be there, Ayrton Geniton making his High Limit Racing debut in 2024. Tanner Holmes will be there in the 18T. Brian Brown in car number 21, he will be there as well. Jason Martin in car number 36. Blake Hahn, Sam Haferteet Jr., Jace Park, Kyle Clark, and then as you can tell, I kind of wrote this one a little bit late. I was waiting to see if anybody else would announce that they're coming, and we got one. John Carney in the J2. Those Taco Casa cars will be there as well. So pretty solid group right there. And I mentioned between 32 and 36, I do think we're going to get a couple guys that normally run up in Knoxville. I think they're going to venture down and race at 81. And I'm not going to mention any, that are for sure going, but guys like maybe like a Chase Randall or an Austin McCarl or a Carson McCarl or some guys like that we could maybe see show up to 81 Speedway and compete with Kubota High Limit Racing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this preview of this race. Also wanted to mention this is the first race preview that is on flowracing.com. So if you're watching on Flow, how you doing? Chase Rodman here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of content here with the whiteboard, a low-tech production over here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for the support. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. Are you going to be at 81 Speedway? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Next video you will see should be either the recap from 81 or the race preview for Lakeside Speedway coming up on Friday and Saturday. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.